Means like this.
Yes, just like that. Okay, so in the output, what I want is if the ID of a variable and ID of the payload are equal, in that case, I want the salary to also to added just like all the things in payload, whatever is in the payload, I want all one more thing that is sal. Okay, and only when the IDs are equal. Did you get my question? Did you understand it?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, but the payload, is it correct payload? That
Something
if I am
is missing. Yes, yes. Payload is wrong. You can
See,
check from your
after
side.
age 6, there is a extra comma deleted. In the payload
In the
age
in the
6,
second object, the comma is extra things. After age value 6 के बाद देखो comma ये extra है. Now write payload in fifth line. Yeah, payload is.
did you understood my question? What I want in the output?
yes, ma'am. If ID, this one ID and this one ID will match, then we need to add cell.
Yes.
See, if ID is match, we need to add these two objects, right? Suppose here ID is 1 and in variable there is first object whose ID is same, right? So in this scenario, what we do, we just add object, these two objects, right? So what will
Yes.
happen? We'll get the ID name age, ID salary, right?
Yes.
First, do one thing, do this so that we can merge two objects based on the equal ID value.
Okay, so you solved this question, and Aman, you can turn on your camera and start giving your introduction.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. My name is Sheikh Aman, and I am belong from Kathia district, and I did my mechanical engineering in 2022 from Purnia College of Engineering, Purnia. And that's all about me. Thank you.
And what do you know about Anypoint Studio?
Anypoint Studio is an integrated development environment, a combination of editor, compiler, and server provided by Mulesoft to develop and deploy Mule applications.
And what do you know about Anypoint platform?
Yes, ma'am. Anypoint platform is basically used to develop and deploy Mule application also in cloud.
You should add one more line for this definition, that Anypoint platform is an iPaaS, that is integrated platform as a service. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Can you name some connectors in Studio?
Yes, ma'am. Connectors are basically main connector are HTTP request connector, mail connector, Java connector, JMS connector, and file connector.
One moment, Naushad, when you are writing this, if item dot id equal to item one dot id, how do you think that your code will understand this item one? How do you define this item one? In that case, first you have to create a nested map. Okay, Aman, can you
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
me What is the use of file connector?
And file connector is basically used for connect with file to read and write message.
And can you name some routers?
Yes, routers are choice router, scatter gather router, and API kit router.
What is a scatter gather router?
Scatter gather router is basically used to send message to all root simultaneously, and each root process this message parallelly and finally connect message from all roots. If any one roots get failed, then it process remaining roots and finally gets through the error. And if you need to successful result without any error, then you use try scope with on error continue.
Naushad, one more thing. If you are using map on both maps on single payload, it will not work. Use the second map function on variable. Instead of writing payload, write A in the second map.
Okay.
Write A map.
Yeah, A map.
Aman, can you tell me? Suppose the scatter gather router, one of the route is taking 5 seconds to complete the execution, and the other is taking suppose 10 seconds to execute the flow. So, what will be
Yes,
the
ma'am.
total time taking?
The maximum time, ma'am, that is 10 seconds.
And can you state the reason behind that?
Because it is processed parallelly.
And can you name some scopes?
Yes, ma'am. Scopes are try scope, for each scope, and on error continue, on error propagate, and cache scope, and until successful scope. That's all, ma'am.
Can you tell me about what is for each scope?
And for each scope in a Mulesoft, works on a collection. It takes collection like arrays and CBC file and split the collection based on batch size and uh, process this message and without any changes in payload and finally send same payload as output what takes it input.
And, can you tell me something about parallel for each scope?
Yes, and parallel foliage scope is very similar to foliage scope. It is also works on a collection and split the collection based on batch size, but it works parallelly.
Do you know anything about caching?
Yes, ma'am. Caching is basically used for storing frequently using data.
Naushad, after the if condition, for the output, first of all, make the desired object that you want in the output. Okay, in the if condition. Do not write item plus plus item one like that.
What is desired output? We need to add ID, name, age, salary, no?
No, sir. The desired output is if the ID from variable and ID from payload matches, in that case only the salary will be added to the objects like ID, name, age plus salary.
It will work. See, since we add two objects, right? Here item. The sequence is what? Item, name, age, salary, no?
Yes.
If suppose I add item plus plus item 1, it will add the object of item as well as object of item 1, that is variable object, right? And after that, what
Yes.
he is doing, he is removing the ID. Basically, ID will come 2 times, right?
Yes. Yes.
Use minus minus operator. Item 1 minus, double minus, not single minus.
Okay, Aman, can
Yes,
you tell me where do you deploy your API?
We
अरे
deploy
ब्रैकेट कहाँ गया?
our
स्मॉल
API in
ब्रैकेट, वेयर इज द
runtime
स्मॉल
manager.
ब्रैकेट?
In runtime manager, ma'am.
And can you tell me what is Raman?
Else, where is the
Ram,
else part after if there is else, right?
Ramal is used for designing APIs.
And what do you know what is the full form of Raman?
What, ma'am?
What is the full form of Raman?
No, ma'am, can't remember.
RESTful API modeling language.
Okay, sir.
मतलब आप लोग भाई, हाँ, मतलब सर्कस का ही शेर रहोगे ना, नहीं पढ़ाएंगे, नहीं बोलेंगे। नोट्स में तो ऑलरेडी लिखा होगा ना ये रैमल का फुल फॉर्म।
Yes, sir. वो थोड़ा busy थे सर इस वजह से।
Naushad, check out the brackets. There are maybe some extra brackets over there. Count the brackets. Uh, okay, Aman, can you tell me the difference between horizontal and vertical scaling?
Horizontal scaling is basically used for resizing, means increasing or decreasing the worker size, and vertical scaling is basically used for uh, increasing and decreasing record size.
And one moment, what did you said about horizontal?
Horizontal scaling is used for increasing or decreasing worker size.
No, it's wrong. It's only worker, not worker size. Worker size is
Okay.
we control.
Okay, ma'am. Worker is a container that's
Don't get confused with the words. It's very
okay.
important.
Okay.
Can you tell me what do you know about by saying worker? What is worker?
Worker is dedicated container provided by a Mulesoft runtime engine where we can deploy our applications.
Aman, can you name some database functions?
Yes, ma'am. Database function are latent function, filter function, map object, and plus function, distinct by function, max, min, mod, and now function.
Naushad,
Ma'am,
are
is it
you
correct?
okay? Yes, it looks great. You can take the picture and share it over this group.
Okay.
Yeah. Aman, can you tell me what is the use of now function?
Now function is used for getting current date and time.
How can we add 2 days in the current date?
Yes, ma'am. By by using some changing in payload structure.
No, I am asking
That's
about the structure.
structure are, ma'am, now bracket, then plus, then pole, then T21, T2 day, and then pole.
Yes. And how do we call private flow from database?
By using lookup function, ma'am.
Are you using a laptop or mobile?
I'm currently using mobile.
Okay, fine. Okay, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Hello, Amit. Start with your introduction.
Hello, ma'am. Uh, First of all, thank you so much for providing me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Mohammad Amir Khan, and I am from Pune, Gujarat. I have completed my BTech in Computer Science from Miller Institute of Technology, and after that, I started learning Mulesoft, and now I'm certified Mulesoft developer.
What do you know about Mulesoft?
Mulesoft, Mulesoft is a runtime engine of any point platform, which is a lightweight Java-based enterprise service bus and integration platform that allows developers to connect applications together quickly and easily, and enabling them to exchange the data.
And can you tell me what is the endpoint platform?
Anypoint platform is a one-stop platform where we design our YAML code and deploy our API.
Can you name some connectors in Studio?
Yeah, mostly we use HTTP request connector, mail connector, file connector, Java connector, GMS connector, Salesforce connector, web service consume connector, and object-oriented connector.
What is the use of database connector?
Our database connector we use when we need to connect with the external database to get and push data.
And can you name some routers?
Mostly we use choice router, static gather, and API kit router.
Fine. And what is the use of choice router?
Choice router is used for routing the message to anyone route based on few condition, and we write condition in it. Choice router works on checks condition from top to bottom, and if all conditions are false, then choice router sends message to the default route. And if all conditions are true, then choice router sends message to the first route.
Okay. Can you tell me name of some scopes?
Yeah. Mostly we use try scope for each scope until successful scope. On a continue on a propagate cache scope, and batch job, batch step, batch aggregator.
What is the difference between batch job and for each?
Yeah, for each scope works process records small size of records, and batch job process large size of records, and for each scope uh, mm, works on single threads, while batch job scope works on multiple threads. And if error occurs in for each scope, we say stop processing records and throw the error, while batch job scopes will process remaining records and then throw the error. And
And
for each scope works on sequential manner, while batch job process records random.
okay. Can you tell me what is the life of variables inside the batch job?
Uh, Batch job. Sorry, ma'am, I can't recall it.
See, variable life is available only throughout. If it is created inside the batch job, it is available only throughout the batch job on the batch steps. And outside that, it will not be available. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay. Can you tell me about caching?
Yeah, caching is the process of storing frequently used data in memory. And in Mulesoft, we have cache scope to apply this strategy.
What is async scope?
Async scope works on branch processing blocks, and it execute with the main flow simultaneously, and main flow doesn't pause until async scope will process the records.
Fine. And can you tell me where do you design your API?
API.
Yes.
Uh, 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 we, we, we can design our API in design center.
What is RAML?
RAML is a skeleton in which we define how will API behave and communicate with the other systems.
And what is the full form of RAML?
RAML stands for RESTful API Modeling Language.
Have you studied about the difference between REST and SOAP?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Can you tell me where do you deploy your API?
Yeah, we deploy our API in the runtime manager of any point platform.
And what is the difference between horizontal and vertical scaling?
The increasing worker size is called vertical scaling, and increasing the worker is called horizontal scaling.
What is worker size?
Worker size it gives heap memory like 0.1 and 0.2 mostly used. It depends on
Amir,
payload size.
yeah, sure.
Yes.
Are you using laptop or mobile?
Now I'm using mobile.
Okay, fine. And name some database functions.
Yeah, mostly we use flatten, filter, map object we use, and join by, distinct by, order by, group by, is when is what min max, and now
Tell me a structure of map function.
yes, payload map item comma index array condition business logic.
Very good. And a structure of filter.
Payload filter item comma index and condition.
Very good. How can we write multiple condition in filter? Means more
Uh,
than one condition. If suppose
uh,
I require,
you,
yeah.
yes sir, using and
And very good. And on another is or. Very good.
yes.
Very good. And what is the payload for filter function?
Yeah, if a filter function takes payload as an array.
And payload for add a map function?
Map function also take input as an array.
Very good. And difference between map and map object?
Yes, map it takes input as an array and it gives output as an also as an array, and it iterates over items in array. While map object is takes input as an object and give output as an object, and it iterates over key value pairs in object.
Very good. Very good. And can you tell me a structure of lookup function?
Yes, lookup uh, private flow name and payload and time in millisecond.
Very good. And can you tell me, suppose I have and I'm getting some object and do some transformation over key value pair, and after that I have to convert it into the text format, right? The requirement is that.
Yes.
Can you suggest me the function name?
Yes, first we can use
The
map object
payload, the
and
payload is of the type of object. Hmm.
yes,
And I need to do what? Convert it into the text format.
yes,
Or
uh,
what is, yeah, text or a string, whatever we can.
uh, we can use read function.
Read or write?
Uh, So the right function, we can use
Right
right function.
function. Can you tell me a
Yes.
structure of right function?
Yes, sir. Right payload.
Right payload, comma, media type.
Mediator. Yeah. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Nita, continue, please.
Okay, I'm done from my side. Any question?
No, thank you, sir.
And do one thing, Amir,
Yeah.
you just note, write down difference between map for what it is called, for each and parallel for each
Yes.
and for each and parallel for
Uh,
each and post it into the group. Okay. Tomorrow, the task is
okay, sir.
write it on
Okay.
your own word difference between map